First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to you, Akim and Yahweh, to believe in all sincerity. Okay, so as you see on your screen, solid reasons to microchip kids. And this is the World Economic Forum. Okay, it says an article on the institution's website makes the case for implant technologies. So I'm going to read this article and get a few precepts. Lord willing, this will be edifying. And I'm going to say disclaimer, forgive me because when we do videos on this, the C-hip, we have to, be very careful how we speak because they clip our channels. All right, so go ahead and read this article. All right, it says human implant technologies will soon become a commodity. A blog post published on the World Economic Forum's website last week suggests, arguing that there are solid rational reasons for microchipping children with location trackers. The author, Vice President R&D of the Inter-University Microelectronics Center, Kathleen Phillips, argues that augmented reality technology has the ability to transform society and individual lives, and despite sounding scary, will undergo the same natural evolution as wearable tech. Okay, so you see that the World Economic Forum's website suggests that human implant technologies like the C-hip is solid and a rational reason. Okay, that there are solid and rational reasons, I should say, for giving your children the C-hip. Okay, what you see here. All right, and we all know what the C-hip is. And if you don't know what the C-hip is by this time, okay, then ultimately, the Yahweh Shem Yashai is hiding it from your eyes. Okay, all right, and they're saying that the human implant technologies as the C-hip are is going to be like a national evolution. That's what this lady here, Kathleen Phillips, is saying. Okay, as wearable tech, as things that you can wear that is technology like Bluetooths, different cameras and different devices like that, has evolutionized the way we, see the world these days and how we interact with one another. So, to Esau, to Edom, the C-hip is revolutionary, and there's solid and rational reasons why they should implement it into your children, and obvious reasons is to track them. Okay, because Esau is a very carnal base, individual. They're not spiritual. They're not. They're faithless. They do not really, have any kind of, for lack of words, no spirit to them. They think that everything is going to evolutionize and make things easier. All right. It goes on to say hearing aids or glasses can no longer carry a stigma. They are accessories and are even considered a fashion item. Likewise, implants will evolve into a commodity, she wrote. Now let's just look up this word commodity real quick. Commodity, a raw material or primary agricultural product that can be brought and sold, such as copper and coffee. A useful, valuable thing such as water or time. Okay, so they're saying that the C-hip is going to be, a useful and valuable thing. Okay. Going back. It says they are accessories and they were considered a fashion item. Likewise, implants will evolve into a commodity, she wrote. Phillips believes an augmented society is more or less inevitable. and that the real question is how it will be regulated. You see, so they're planning their enterprise. Let's get that in the book of I believe it's Job. This is Job 5:12. It says, "He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise." Okay, and these commodities or these valuable things, these implants, okay, these are the devices of the crafty. These are the devices of the wicked, which is Esau, Edom. And it's to the point where they want to make people believe that it's going to evolutionize the world, and that there's solid and rational reasons why they should implant children. Based and who doesn't want to know where their child is at 24/7? All right, who does not want to track them, right? But ultimately, the Lord is going to disappoint the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Okay. And when you get that word enterprise,
Strong's H 8454. Tushia. Tushia.
it says abiding success. Okay. And down here in the Strong's definition says in purpose, an undertaking. Okay, they're undertaking what? A new way, to basically a new way for society. An augmented society, right? Because it's going to change the way we deal in every facet of life if this implant, comes about, which it's prophecy that it is. Okay. Phillips believes an augmented society is more or less inevitable, and that the real question is how it will be regulated. You see, that's the real question is, how are they going to really bring it about? How are they going to get it to go? How are they going to put it in every household and in every person? As the scripture says, Revelation. Let me just get it. I'm probably not going to read it, but I'll just get it, and you can read it yourself. Okay. Starting at the 16th verse, just get straight to the point, and you can read it right there, because hey, Esau Edom is going to cause all, both small and great, to get that implant. You see, and in their right hand or in their forehead. Okay, you're not going to be able to do anything, without that C hip. Okay, so it's not a matter of of when. It's just a matter of how are they going to do it, because I know China is trying to lead the race in making the C hips. Okay, but America wants to beat China. All right, so the limits or implants are going to be set by ethical arguments rather than scientific capacity. You see, so this lady right here, like we read up here, Kathleen Phillips, is saying it's more going to be of an ethical question than a scientific capacity, because the thing is that the Israelites are on the scene, and the Israelites are the ones that are speaking out against, all right, the C hip. You see, according to Esau, man, they think this is going to augment society. This is what Esau has been trying to do for the long time. This is their enterprise. This is what they've been trying to bring about. Okay, this is Psalm 64:5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. And they think that putting C hip in devices, they're gonna outsmart the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. If it ain't in your hand, if it ain't in your forehead, it's gonna be in an ID card. Okay, it's gonna be in the things that you own, all kinds of electronics. It's they want to change the world where the C hip is going to be everywhere. Okay, that barcode, that number, all right, of the beast is going to be put into everything. So, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, and the thing to them, it's not a matter of when, it's just a matter of how, because they have the scientific capacity. It's just that the ethical, it's the so-called, the sea theorists that is a problem for them. Those who are bringing out the truth, which, the scriptures speak about this, and we just read it here in Revelation 13 and 16. Okay, that Marcus is coming, and y'all know what that is. It's this. Okay, so let's continue. An example of such ethical regulation, the author points to the question of whether or not children should be implanted with C hips. There are solid rational reasons for it, like safety, she writes, noting that for some it might be a bridge too far. Okay, so this lady, Kathleen Phillips, believes that for children, it's safety. It's about safety, right? But going back to Psalm 64 and 5, hey, they're searching out iniquities. 64 and 6, they're searching out iniquities. They're finding ways to implement it, and make it safe. Make it desirable. They cost all, both small and great. They're gonna implement it in everything. They're gonna put it in your cereal box, so to speak. All right. The world is going to change inevitably, and it has, and it is. Cars are not the same. Technology is taking over the way we communicate. The internet is growing vastly, and people are using it more and more. And the C hips, okay, and the technology that they're using, to implement the C hip is just growing. Okay, so it's coming. All right, it's here. And they want to put it in your children, and they're going to tell you that it's a good thing. All right, going back, let's get this. This is the book of Daniel 8 and 23. It says, and in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up. Okay, and we know this is talking about Antiochus Epiphanes. All right, but nonetheless, we equate this as well spiritually to Esau, Edom, and their kingdom. Okay, and they're of a fierce countenance, and they understand dark sentences. They understand the scriptures. They have been given the light on the left hand side, and they actually have the scientists that have stumbled upon the C hip when they made it. Okay, and there's videos on that. There's videos of men saying that when they made the C hip, okay, back in the 80s or before, because they've been in the works for a long time, that they knew that it was the MOTB. It says, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper, and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. Okay, and Esau's kingdom is very mighty. Okay, but it's not of his own power. He's actually been set up, okay, and to rule over the earth. All right, Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Okay, and it's not by his power. It's by the Most High. The Most High set up the basis of men. Okay, he ruleth in the kingdom of men, right? And he is destroying wonderfully, His philosophy is permeated the earth, has blanketed the earth, and has called all the nations to be drunken off of the wine of Babylon, off of America's, their doings. Everybody wants to be like America. Everybody wants to be the next late and great in technology and in fashion and religion and so-called freedom and all the things that are pushed here. Okay, and it's really destroying other nations, because once they partake of this wicked philosophy, they become corroded and corrupted, because it is false. It's a false image of reality, and it's destroying the people. All right, it says, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper, and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. Let's look up this word practice.
Strong's H 6213. Asa. Asa.
Right. Yeah. It says to do, fashion, accomplish, make. Yeah. And America's trying to build a bunch of factories to produce C-hips. They want to start pumping out C-hips, man. You know, they want to start pumping out the technology that'll empower the C-hips. You know, and they are producing and performing this, as we speak. Okay. It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. Okay. And then their policy is that what? That it's going to evolutionize society. It's going to augment society, right? To the point where, hey, they're going to want to push it on children. Okay. Children need this so they can be tracked. Okay. Old people are going to need it for their hearing aids. All right. For different, you know, limbs that have been cut off or amputated. I mean, they're gonna put the C hip and everything, and it's gonna modify your body. Make no mistake about it. All right, it's craft. Okay, let's get this word craft. There's more than meets the eye to the C hip, man. Okay, and I'm gonna go.
Strong's H
The article's gonna speak
4820.
about that.
Mirma. Mirma.
Right, deceit, treachery. Okay, he's going to cause treachery to prosper. All right, through his policies, through his laws, just like the whole C-19. All right, the whole scamdemic. That was a policy. Okay, that was a poison that they implemented on the people. Okay, it was had nothing to do with an illness. It was actually a poison. The C-19, right? It says he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. And he's magnifying himself, right? These devils are trying to complete their enterprise. They're trying to kick off the subjugation of every man, woman, and child. You see, and by peace shall destroy many, and that's what they're doing. They're saying that what there are solid and rational reasons for it, like safety. You see, that's what they're offering, safety to the children, which they're saying that it's to track them. So yeah, man, by peace they're going to destroy many. Okay, who does not think that the tracking children is a peaceful thing? Just take this and your child's going to be okay. It says he shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. All right, so they're going to ultimately want to come against Yahweh Shai, but they're going to be broken without hand. Okay, they're not going to have, a turn in fighting the Lord. They're going to be wiped out. It says, as for who will oversee the ethics governing the use of such technologies, Philip states that ethics should not be preached from an academic ivory tower. Overarching or independent institutions should guide policymakers and researchers in the augmented society on the do's and don'ts and help build the ethical framework on societal aspects of augmented reality technology, she wrote. And they're very crafty with their words, man. Okay? You see? They want to augment reality, and they got the technology, they got the science capacity to do it. It says Phillips provides examples of such regulation by pointing to the Council of Europe, which recently launched a strategic action plan for issues raised by the application of neurotechnologies. Okay? Neurotechnologies. You see? So let's just get the definition of neurotechnology, because like I stated, through the spirit, man, that C-hip is going to do something to your system. All right. Neurotechnology is defined as the assembly of methods and instruments that enable the direct connection of technical components with the nervous system. You see? The technical components as electrodes, computers, or intelligent prosthesis. All right. So neurotechnologies are technical components that are going to be connected to your nervous system, man. Those technical components could be, C hips. All right. They're going to want to link computer in man. That's this is ultimately what we're talking about. Okay. And it's going to change you. It's going to change your system, your body. You know, let's go back. It says, um, Phillips, let's run it back. Phillips provides examples of such regulation by pointing to the Council of Europe, which recently launched a strategic action plan for issues raised by the application of neurotechnologies, as well as the Rathenau Institute, founded by the Dutch government, which assesses the impact of technology on our lives. You see, the impact of technology on our lives, right? It's going to impact life. They're trying to augment reality. You see? Okay. Meanwhile, World Economic Forum chief Klaus Schwab has previously suggested there will soon be a so-called fourth industrial revolution. You see? Which will lead to a fusion of our physical, digital, and biological identity. So there you go. A fourth industrial revolution. So life is going to change. Okay. They're talking about augmenting society down here. They said that they want policymakers and researchers in the augmented society on the to guide the augmented society on the do's and don'ts and help build the ethical framework on societal aspects of augmented reality technology. So your society is going to be augmented by technology. They're speaking about the metaverse, and people already live on the internet. People hardly go out of their house. They live by their screen name. Their screen name is their real identity, and everything's by likes and views, and society's about to go into a fourth industrial revolution. It's going to be like something out of the movie Minority Report, where, he was walking, what's this guy? Tom Cruise was walking, right? I want to say it was a mall or an airport, and there was cameras everywhere, and they were scanning his eye and identified who he was, and then different commercials. All right, holograms came up, and in one instance, he was walking and he saw a commercial for Guinness, and it was a hologram. All right, so whatever you like, there's going to be holograms come up and pop up, and you're gonna be able to see, hey, would you like a beer today? And they might even call you by your name, and robots. All right. So this is what's coming to society. Robots are coming too. That's why you got at the Walmarts, that are getting rid of cashiers. You can't even pay a bill and call somebody nowadays. You got to do it automated. Why? Because they're trying to get rid of the cash. They want it to be a digital society, where computers take over, and it's a freakish world that Esau wants. He wants to subjugate everyone, and he wants to be the Most High and make us all, what the Most High intended us not to be. Okay, a fourth industrial revolution, says Charles Schwab, which will lead to a fusion of our physical, digital, and biological identity. Okay, so it's coming, man. It's here. So look at what anti-propaganda said. See hip, more zombies for the global's ruling elite. They need more drones to satisfy their endless need for money, power, and control. So I just wanted to bring this out, something that in the news, Lord willing, you were edified, and this video doesn't get taken down, because hey, we need to speak about this, about what's coming. Shalom.